So your family are back in the UK. How have you found settling in America, and how the team really helped you in that way?
It's been kind of tough. I'm back home now for like another couple of days. I've been here for 2 weeks now. We only get 2 weeks off in the summer. I'll be going back to Boise on Sunday. It's been really hard to adjust because I've lived at home my whole life up until the day I left in January. I had to go to Boise, and my teammates have been great. They don't the coaches and the staff and the guys there are really welcoming. They don't treat you any different. They make you feel as if you've always been here. I never felt like it's kind of like I've been here at Boise for years. So it was kind of tough. I never really got homesick. 'Cause I think there's a point when you get older, you have to kind of move away, have to get out, have to live somewhere else, and experience yourself and kind of find yourself as a person and kind of become an adult. So it's been tough, but I've never been homesick. It's good to be back. I know my parents are always going to be here. I want to come back, and yeah, the guys, like I said, they've been really good because everyone's been through the same sort of thing as they come up here, being away from family. So I mean, I know I've got guys to turn to if I need to, but I'm having such a great time that it's never really posed an issue to me at all.
How do you find the kind of being having that English accent in America? Does it affect you on the field? Do people make fun of you a little bit or anything?
I'm the team. My teammates, I get a lot of I got a lot of banter for that. Yeah, it's kind of it's useful and it's not useful. It's a good icebreaker when you're in social situations because people kind of look at you and think, "Hang on, really?" I get a lot of Harry Potter jokes. I'm asked to do Harry Potter spells. I've got every English nickname. I sound like every English guy you can think of to my teammates. So it's kind of annoying sometimes. If you want to have a serious conversation with someone, sometimes they just cannot take you seriously. But I think they start respecting me more as we go along. But yeah, it's good fun. It breaks the ice and it kind of makes social situations a little easier. But it's unique at the same time. So I wouldn't. It's nothing to sweat about. It's all good fun. It's all good fun. Everyone knows what's up with that. So.
Your father's somewhat of a Brit Ball legend, with being part of the London Monarchs. How do you feel he's influenced your football career so far?
My dad's my biggest influence. It's been tough to deal with things I've been dealing through without him. Not just because it's tough for me, but I mean he's always been there the whole time with me through every step. So he hasn't got to experience it with me this time, unfortunately. I mean he still watches online, keeps up with it and stuff. But yeah, my dad's my biggest inspiration. I can remember when I was about as long as I can remember, I was picking my dad's old programs up from his Monarchs games and stuff. I watched all his games that he taped on TV, and this is what I always wanted to do. So yeah, my dad's been the biggest influence. He's still a lot stronger than me and a lot smarter. And if I could be half where he was by the time he finished college, I'm gonna do pretty well, I think. So yeah, my dad's my biggest inspiration. And I mean, I kind of think in situations when it gets tough, I think about my dad. And I think he sacrificed me and also the opportunities that I've got, which my dad maybe didn't get. So it kind of motivates me when it's tough. I just think about dad and think, what would he say? I never quit. It's just like I think about my dad and think I don't want him to quit, so I'm not going to quit. So he's the biggest motivation for me going through this whole experience, I think.
We touched on it earlier about you playing for the Bristol junior team as well as GB Youth. Were there any players on those teams who you thought these guys could probably be worth a shot in college, and if only like they could get their shot like you have?
Yeah, definitely. I've actually got one of my best friends from Bristol, Samir Adrissi. He's actually playing college ball for Illinois College, Division Three college. He actually moved out a year before I did, so he's one of them. I know for definite. We've had a few guys who've gone over to American high schools to experience it, but it's really hard breaking into the college scene. There's been quite a few guys. I'm trying to think of some of them. There's so many. Honestly, the majority of the team, I'd have said a good 40% of those guys could make a real good run at high division football. But it's just getting the opportunities out there. A lot of it is about money. You have to get out to the camps. You have to have the money to afford to kind of put yourself through a couple of weeks of camp. There's some guys who stood out to me. Jordan Eaton, one of my teammates at Aztecs and at GB. He was a good receiver in DB. He was an athlete. There's so many guys. That's just one of them. Samir obviously did pretty good. He's actually out of college right now. One of my best friends, Cameron Parker at DB. He's one of the toughest guys I've ever met. Like hardest working, tough on the field. He didn't get a shot unfortunately because it was a money thing. I mean, I'm blessed to kind of have the athletic ability and the academics side to get into Division One because I get the full scholarship. You can't get a full scholarship at some level, so I count my blessings I'm able to do that. There's a lot of guys which are great football players that missed out simply because they didn't have the money or the opportunity just wasn't there at the time. But I mean, I'd be here forever and a day. But those are some of the guys I played with off the top of my head which kind of stick out to me.
Let's hope you're going to kind of pave the way for the rest of the young talent in the UK, because obviously the achievements that you're having at the moment and obviously will hopefully continue to have are going to be really important for guys in the UK. Are you really concentrating on boys now? Have you entertained ideas of the NFL or anything like this?
I think from the whole like sort of trailblazing kind of point of view, it's kind of humbling to be honest. I mean, there's guys like Tom Watt and Jack Crawford who've been and done it before. So all respect to them, they're the first British guys to kind of make it big time. But I think as far as I know, other than my dad, I'm the only guy to play youth football in this country who's actually now playing Division One football in America. I think I'm the first one to get a full scholarship if I'm right. So I guess in that aspect I am. But there's guys that have done it before. It's just a case of grabbing that torch and keep running with it to try and to show people. Even though it's hard to get there, it just shows people it can be done. If I can do it, there's no reason. There's probably guys back home right now which are better than I will be in 5, 10 years time, and they just have to get the opportunities. If I'm here just going through and doing things I'm doing, it shows that it can be done. So yeah, it's kind of humbling the whole experience at the moment. The NFL, as much as I'd love to, it's a possibility as long as I work hard. It's not really in my mind right now because you have to take things every step at a time. I mean, I'm just trying to get Boise sorted out. My mind's focused on that. Trying to get my spot in the team, find out where I'm going to be, where I have to work to. I think the rest will take care of itself eventually. If it happens, it happens. I'm blessed for that to happen. But at the moment, I'm just really focusing on what I need to do little bit by little bit, taking it day by day. I don't even think when I got there, the biggest tip I got from one of the other defensive ends, Bo Martin, he said to me, when I had a word with him, I said, like, I find it really tough. Like, I sat down, he's kind of an experienced guy, and he said, you have to take everything day by day. If you take things week by week or month by month, year by year, and you start thinking, oh, this is going to be hard, what have I got to do? You start to lose focus. If you can focus day by day, even hour by hour, homework assignments for school, training, practice, gym, workouts, whatever, you take everything step by step, it takes care of itself in the end. So you don't want to kind of leave yourself floating in the air thinking about this, that, and the other. Stay positive, take it day by day, and then the rest take care of itself. And hopefully, yeah, one day I will be in the NFL. But that's a long way from where I'm at right now. I've got a long time to think.
Have you got any advice for some of those young guys in the UK, like more specifically, who want to try and make it out to the States?
Biggest advice I give them is to practice hard and above everyone else. To first and foremost, to go to the gym, work hard, get on the track, run, do everything to get yourself physically in shape. Ask the right people because there'll be people around you, your coaches know what to do, but work harder than everyone else. If you can work harder than the hardest working guy on your team, then you're going to be in good stead to be successful. That's as far as like training is concerned. Just always excel to be the best and compete all the time. Every single drill, run through hard as you can, do everything with your best intent. Schoolwork as well. But as far as actually trying to get out to the States is get to camps, get film, send it to as many schools as you can, or schools that you're interested in. If they did give an offer, or if you could get out potentially, you want to try and narrow them down. Send film out and try and get to the camps. Ask them, do you have a camp I can get to? Here's my film. Could you assess me? And that's kind of like the way I did it. It's just to get your name out there, get your film to as many coaches as possible. Make a big fuss about who you are. This is me. I want to come out to your camp and practice your camp, and you can assess me. And that's the biggest advice I give you: is to compete hard every practice. Just make the right decisions in life, on and off the field, to make yourself a better person, because that makes you more attractive as a potential student athlete. Get the film out there and get to camps and just work hard. The biggest thing is just work hard.
So lastly, have you been keeping up with the football scene in the UK this year?
I have been to a degree. My dad's defensive coordinator for the Cornish Sharks, not far from where we actually live back here. So I mean, I've been keeping up with him. His team's doing pretty well. I think the Warriors beat the Blitz yesterday. Am I right? Or last Sunday? Is it? Yeah, I've seen that. I've been trying to keep up with as much as I can. I've been pretty busy, but yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it, seeing how my old teammates are doing. And it's great. I think the game back here is it's improving year by year. It's getting back to a point where it was back in like the mid to late 80s. It's great. And I love to kind of keep in touch with the guys, see what they're doing, how the season's going and stuff. And it's interesting to kind of sit back and watch it from a different perspective now, not being a player in the league, and just seeing how it's developing, and great things are happening each year. It's getting better and better every year since I joined when I was 16. People like players are getting better, standards getting better, so it's just great.
Well, it's been great talking to you, and I guess I'll speak for everyone in Britball, saying that we wish you the best of luck through this year, and then coming into the summer playing Div 1 for Boise. So hopefully we'll be seeing number 96 on the field, tearing it up in Div 1.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.